Hey, this is James. I took Faye's business and finance class. I passed, and now I'm a licensed roofing contractor in the state of Florida. Thank you, Faye. I started with Faye, I want to say the end of last year, so probably some 8 months ago, maybe longer, 10 months ago. One of the things I liked about the class is that you do it at your own pace. You put in what as much as time as you can put into it is as much time that you dedicate to it. I can tell you that the more time that you obviously do, the more you understand her plan and the better chances you have of course, passing the test, which is ultimately the goal. I'm a very straightforward person, and Faye is extremely straightforward, which I appreciate. She allows everybody to participate, but when it's time for her to speak, you let the teacher teach. And so I really appreciate her direct way of teaching everybody, but also making everybody understand that everybody else in the class needs to learn as well. And I haven't been to school in some 30 something odd years, so I didn't really know what to expect. Once I kind of got the hang of it, it was fine to do it virtually. But the one thing I did like about it was I was able to do it from my home. I was able to, sometimes I was working and I was able to do it from my truck while my guys were working. I signed up and bought my books and everything from another company. It was nothing like Faye's whole ordeal, so my books came tabbed. I paid all this money for all this stuff and ended up ripping all my tabs out of the book and doing it exactly the way Faye does it. So everything that I spent the money on thinking, because I was completely naive, I had no idea what to expect, and I hadn't been in school in 30 something years. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna, zip through this thing. And it didn't take very long where once Faye started teaching, and again, she's so direct with everything. She was basically like, James, get rid of the tabs. I'll give you the tabs. I'm going to send them to you. Put the tabs in the way I tell you and just listen to what I say. And ultimately, I said, I spent all this money. And there I was, pulling the old tabs out and putting Faye's tabs in. Pretty funny, actually. So this has been a really long journey for me, probably 2.5 years. Like I told you earlier, I signed up with another company. I bought all these books and had them all tabbed and thought I was just going to be able to breeze right through it all, and it turned out that was completely opposite. I don't quite remember how I found Faye. I just know that I'm glad that I did, because she changed my whole outlook on how to pass this test. At the end of the day, that's what her job is. And unfortunately, in the beginning, I didn't buy in, because it can be daunting, especially for somebody who hasn't been in school for quite a while. So I also bought into a lot of things that my friends and family say, oh, James, you're one of the smartest guys I know. You're going to zip through this. So I kind of took what Faye did. I kind of did my own little thing. And what happened? I failed the test. And I thought that, okay, I got it now. I took the test once. I'm going to, do a little studying. I'll listen to Faye. And I failed the test again. So I failed it twice. And then I said, okay, this is the real deal. And this is a hard test. It's a really hard test. And people tell me 70% of people fail this test when they take it. So I said, okay, who is the smartest person? Well, it's Faye. I mean, she's got a plan. She's got a procedure. She's got all these things that she's been doing for a long time. And like I said earlier, she is very direct. She allows everybody to participate, but when it's time to listen, you listen to Faye, because, like I said, she's the smartest person in the room. And so after trial and error of realizing that the best thing to do is to just do what Faye tells you to do, that's what I did. And lo and behold, putting the time in, listening to her, listening to her procedures and the way to go about passing the test, voila, I passed. What I could tell you about Faye is she is extremely knowledgeable. She knows exactly what to do. She knows exactly what she's talking about. When we're going through the class, and I don't know, sometimes she's got 75 people, 80 people, 100 people in her class, and everybody's participating, and she's just blurting out these things from all these books that are this thick. And how do you remember that? You know how you remember that? Because she's really smart. She's doing it a long time, and she has a plan, and she puts it in motion. If you do that, I promise you, you'll pass the test.